offer the right food. The type of food is the biggest factor in attracting different bird species. There's black oil sunflower seed. It's the best all-around seed for a variety of birds. I just buy a bag of mixed seed from either Walmart or Lowe's and just dump it in the feeders. And I like the feeders that have the lids that just set on there, because sometimes it's kind of cold and you don't want to have to be trying to unfasten lids in the cold weather. And the second thing that you want to feed your birds is called suet, and there's two different kinds. And suet is rendered animal fat mixed with seeds, nuts, and fruit. It's an excellent source of energy, especially in cold weather. And it's a favorite of woodpeckers, nuthatches, and wrens. And there are two kinds of suet that I find in the stores. There is no melt and there is melt. And I think, my own opinion, the no melt is mostly corn. It's better for summer in the hot weather because I'm afraid that the melt kind, which is not, doesn't say melt, but it's not the no melt. I think in the summertime it really might not last very long because it just gets very greasy when you pick it up to put it in the suet cages. And there's a couple of different kinds of suet cages, and they're all different. You can see a couple of them here. We also try and use a variety of different feeders to get the widest variety of birds, such as tube feeders and platform feeders, and even feeders where birds can get in and out of the wind. And we also try and feed as many different kinds of seed as we can possibly. We usually get like a couple bags each week, and one bag of the mixed seed and another bag of some other mixture that like a bag of peanuts in the shell, or mealworms, or seed for thistle seed. And we just get different things. Here's the mixture right here that we get. And you can see it's got corn and sunflower seeds and everything in it. So that is one of the fourth ways, or the first way is just offer the right kinds of food in different feeders. Provide water and shelter. Add a bird bath. A source of fresh, clean water is just as important as food, especially since many birds drink and bathe daily. Even a shallow bowl works. Keep the water clean and fresh. Offer natural cover. Birds feel safest when they have a place to retreat. Position your feeder within 10 to 15 feet of shrubs, trees, or bushes. This gives them a safe place to perch, wait for their turn, and escape predators. Plant natural species. Native plants that produce seeds and berries or attract insects will turn your yard into a natural year-round source of food and habitat. This is a chocolate vine, and I don't know if you can see it from so far away or not, but it's loaded with birds. And evidently they love eating the berries off of the chocolate vine. And although you may not want to plant a chocolate vine on your property, it's kind of invasive. I bought this from some seed catalog years ago, and I had it trained on a swing, but then I moved the swing away because it was in kind of a crowded area. But it turns out that this chocolate vine grows on bushes that were already grown there, and the birds just love it. So I'm probably going to leave it. But I also have a viburnum that birds are supposed to like the berries. Those are some bushes that birds like. They actually just like bushes to hide in the cover, and brush piles. They love brush piles, which you can easily make with just some old sticks and things, from trimmings from branches. This is a crabapple tree, and I planted it. It's about 10 feet from the feeder here. You can see the feeder right there. And the birds love to sit here on this crabapple tree and fly back and forth between the feeder. And you can just watch them doing that. And here's some crab apples that are on the tree. I think robins love crab apples the most, so we'll see how they like them here in the spring. Yeah, this is the first year that it's had crab apples on it. It has really nice flowers in the spring though. Here you can also see the birds flying back and forth between the crabapple tree while they're eating. They do that a lot. They'll eat some and fly back and forth and wait their turn all day long. You can watch them doing this, flying between cover and back to the bird feeder, so they feel protected that way. This also is good feeder placement number 3, which is the feeder is in an open area away from predators, so the birds can see predators approaching and have a quick escape. And there's you see the baffle on this bird feeder that keeps the squirrels and raccoons or any climbing animals off of it. And also, this freight feeder is far enough away from the windows on the house so that the birds are not crashing into the windows. One of the things you got to do when it's cold, this one here is not doing too bad, but it gets cold like this, and I think the water gets in there. Yeah, this one's flowing pretty good now, and or it just freezes up. This one over here, I don't know. I don't think anything's going to help this one except for thaws out. It's going to have to thaw out before this one gets to working. When it rains or something like that, it just gets water in there. But this one's working. Of course, it's about 15 degrees out here, and when it gets cold like this, sometimes the feeder's clogged up like that. I need to stand this up and put a piece of wood down in there where it's leaning over like that. But I'll wait till it gets a bit warmer. And here you can see these feeders here, they're frozen up. There. This one here is empty. I'll have to go in the house and get some bird seed and fill it up. But yeah, you just have to unclog the holes as best you can. At least that port there is just flowing pretty good. Yeah, so I got this one here. Okay, they like this feeder here better because of that brush pile I made, because since I come out here they've all flown somewhere else. They'll all be sitting on that brush pile. Well, it's still flowing. This feeder here is probably a little bit better because it's flowing pretty good. It's not so, doesn't have such a tendency to get clogged up. Okay. In the winter, it is most important to feed the birds to protect them from the intense cold. Birds have a hard time finding food when the ground is covered with snow, and they need the bird seed to keep them warm. and we feed only birdseed that's sold as birdseed and suet found in the store where the birdseed and suet and bird feeders are found. This birdseed contains sunflower seed, cracked corn, millet, and other seeds. The best kind of bird feeders are those that don't allow squirrels on them and are easy to fill in the cold, wind, and snow of winter. The lids on my bird feeders just lift off. They're not fastened down, so they're easy to open in the wind, and yet they don't blow off when you put them back down. There will be plenty of food on the ground for the squirrels. My bird feeders are on poles that have a specially built baffle that keeps the squirrels from climbing up the pole. I also place the feeders over 10 feet from trees and brush so that squirrels cannot jump onto them. And I supply water to the birds all winter long. To give them water in the winter, I have a hard rubber plant tray that is not harmed by freezing water. And I use a 1 gallon juice container to fill that with hot tap water from the tap and pour it over the ice in the bird bath. Birds appreciate warm water in the winter to drink, so they don't have to eat snow to supply the water needs. And other wild animals also drink out of my bird bath.